Well, good evening. We're here at Cowboys Dance Hall at Cowboys Extreme Bull Riding here in San Antonio, and I am with one of my favorite young persons in the rodeo business and the bull business, one of the future members of our sport, Nikki Nix. And Nikki is a stock contractor who, along with her father, J.D. Nix, who was an excellent bull rider and now a phenomenal producer of bucking bulls. Nikki is just 16 years young, right?
Yes, sir.
And she has got a bright future in the bull business. So, Nikki, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Kerrville, Texas. It's kind of down, it's a little bit north up here, from here.
So, you grew up with your dad being a bull rider and then also raising bucking bulls.
Yes, sir.
So, when did you know that that was something you wanted to do?
Well, I mean, at first I wasn't really ever interested in it, and then like just one summer, like I started helping my dad some more, and I became really interested in it, and I really liked it a lot, and that's where it kind of went from there.
So, everything has its ups and downs. What's your favorite part about raising bucking bulls?
Just the unique talents and unique characteristics they have. It's pretty amazing how great they can be and how much heart they have in each and every time they buck.
On the other side, what's the thing that's the hardest for you to deal with, or of being in the bull business and raising bulls?
Whenever you get a relationship with them, just selling them is kind of hard, or if they get crippled or something, it's hard to get rid of them.
Now, you had a calf a few years ago named Rojo, right?
Yes, sir.
And tell us the story of Rojo.
Well, that was like 2013. Long story short, he started out as my futurity calf. We got him from Jade Frazier. He's a good friend of ours now throughout the whole thing, and he just kind of got better and better. He was first futurity calf, but he just became a better rider bull, and we just had him ever since. And then, he just kind of got to be a good bull, and then we sold him. But he still always has a place in my heart because he's one of our favorite bulls.
Now, didn't we see him on the Built Ford Tough a little while ago?
Yes, sir, we did. He was on there.
So who has him now?
A man named Keith Johnson. He's a good friend of ours now, and he's got a couple of our other bulls, and he's got Rojo now, so they're taking care of him and scratching him every day,
Is he a Texas bull man, or where does Keith have him now?
I think he's from Texas, I'm pretty sure.
Cool. So what have you got coming up right now with bull wise? Have you got one that you really got your eye on that might be a superstar?
Yes, sir. We call him Living Lucky. He's a little bull, but he's got a big heart, and he turns back right there in the gate. And I've had him since he was a futurity calf. He's a year younger than Rojo, and we're trying to see he's getting better and better every time, so we'll see how it goes.
So you're in school right now, and you're homeschooled, and you do all your school on the computer, so you do have some flexibility to be in the bull business. But other than the schoolwork, what's the day in the life of Nikki Nix, the bull grower?
Well, after school, I'll feed the horses that we got, and we got some dogs, and I'll play with them some and feed them, and then whenever Dad gets home from work, we feed the bulls and run them through whatever we got to do with them.
So when a bull rider comes to you and they're going to get on a bull that you guys have raised that you're really familiar with, do you tell them the truth, or do you just tell them that he bucks and get on him?
Well, I mean, it kind of depends. I try to tell him, I'm not trying to lie to you, but he does do this, and half the time when I do that, the bulls do something different. But I try to be honest and tell him, well, he's on this delivery, and he turns back in the gate, or he jumps a couple and turns back. But sometimes the bull has a mind of its own, and they'll do something different.
Now, being on the back of that chute when you're flanking a bull, there's a lot going on and a lot of traffic back there. Do you ever have to give somebody an elbow to get them out of your way?
Sometimes I have to, but other times it's been pretty good. I don't have to do too much.
Now, stock contractors and bull owners are notorious for yelling at guys not to get out on the bulls fast. So have you had to yell at anybody yet?
Kind of a little bit, but my dad usually tells me, just watch me and you can learn how to do it the right way. I try to, my dad helps me out a lot in things, and so he usually helps me out with that, but usually they're pretty good. So
that's a good lesson. You have plenty of time to get older and to be meaner to those guys, because I know that's always the stock contractor's biggest concern is those guys getting out on the bulls.
They're usually been pretty good about it. So
well, good. They respect you. That's honorable.
Yes, sir.
So tonight What bulls are we going to see from JD Nixon Company? and yourself?
We got a couple new bulls that we got a couple weeks ago, and we're gonna see what they do tonight. And then we got Lucky here, and we got some of our bulls that have just been to some bigger rodeos and here, and we're just gonna see, hopefully do good tonight.
So if I wanted to be in the bull business, but I didn't want to own them or keep them at my house, rather I just wanted to own them and pay somebody, who could I talk to help me figure that out?
Well, it just kind of depends on like what bull you want. Like my dad, he probably takes them a lot of times to the Beaufort test, or he'll take them here. And I think there's a deal they have in the PBR that's can't remember how the whole
Right.
system works, but
Well, I was actually making a plug for you guys. You're supposed to say,
well,
you call my dad and we'll get you in
Well,
the business,
yes.
big or little, however you want to go.
we can do that, yes sir. We haul a lot of bulls, like those new bulls we got too. You know, it's just one. Some people just have one bull and they'll ask my dad if they can, haul it for them, or they might say this bull might be good enough to go somewhere if you could watch him. Because some people, they'd rather like give it to somebody. Like sometimes that's what's mainly what we do too, is we haul other people's bulls because they may just have one bull and not want to haul it all over the country.
Right.
Or we can do that because we don't take a whole lot, but we take a pretty good amount to be able to take. Like we can take them here, or we can take them to a Beaufort tough, or
Right.
however good.
Well,
they
I saw a bull that I remember you had several years ago that was on your truck, was Wacy, and I saw him at the Extreme Bulls today. So he looked like he did really good, and somebody else is hauling him now, or he got sold. I know did he belong to Wacy Cathy, right?
Yes, sir. I think that was a while ago. I'm pretty sure we sold him, yes, sir, to somebody else.
Right. I remember when we were at Junction a few years ago, and he jumped over the fence and ran down to the river. That was
Yes,
pretty
sir.
funny,
That
wasn't
was
it?
pretty funny.
We didn't know if we were ever going to get him back, but we got him back.
We got him back.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds like you've got a lot going on, and thank you for taking some time to visit with us, folks. Nikki is going to be a name in bull riding that you need to know now and that you need to know in the future. You can find her on Facebook and Instagram, JD Nix. Her father, a wonderful reference for somebody that wants to get into the bull business but doesn't want to handle all the bullshit, pardon the pun. He does all that really well. But we thank you for tuning in and checking us out, and hopefully you'll get to see us live and in person. And if you run into Nikki, make sure to stop and tell her you saw her on 2M Brand TV. I'm Matthew Myers, rodeo announcer. Have a great remainder of your day.